off the drugs,
then you start
really living.
Yeah, because honestly, you're not controlled by...
No, by the substance.
Yeah, the addiction, the feeling of wanting to... Like being an addict, it creates a lot of guilt within the person because they know that that's not their true way
of what they're supposed to do.
Right, and so like whenever you use substance, like you make a lot of excuses for yourself because you believe like it's okay, but that's just the drugs talking to you.
Right, because it's not okay.
Yeah.
And they cloud your mind. They don't make you think straight.
They cloud your judgment.
Right.
And then you judge a lot of reality.
It's not really reality.
Yeah,
because you're trying to make everything okay to make yourself feel okay because you want to do that drug.
Yeah. And like, honestly,
you don't want to be honest with yourself. I'm not going to hit nobody, Brennan. You're okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
Just calm down, honey. I know how to drive.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not on pills right now, okay? Just calm down.
Yeah.
Just let your pills keep you calm.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have taken them anyway, but since you did, just chill.
Let it calm me.
Yeah, just chill. You know, I got you.
Yeah, honestly, it's weird because like whenever...
You're just not used to somebody else driving your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, yeah. Yeah, and honestly, like, whenever me and Ash were riding in the car the other day and I smoked some weed and drank, like, I started, like, freaking out at him and, like, literally, like, I was having, like, a psychotic episode. But,
Why
like,
do you think you were having a psychotic episode?
well, because I was, like, literally, like, I was so in my head that, like, the light was red and I looked at Ash and I was like, go. And Lana was like, what, go? Like, Brennan, the light is red. And then I sat there and I registered that, like, I recognized it.
Right.
And I was like, oh, shit, you're right. It was red.
Right.
And like that's the scary thing about using really any type of substance abuse because it does create cognitive dissonance. It creates psychosis.
Right.
And like you're not thinking
you're not aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, if you're driving, it's best not if you're gonna do drugs, stay at home.
Well, I mean, yeah. And like,
if you're gonna do them.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't need to, but
no, and like, but like honestly, no one needs to do drugs.
Drive and do drugs.
Yeah,
you know,
and like
you're putting other people at jeopardy, not only yourself, but other people that you know could be hurt in harm's way.
Yeah,
you know?
And like honestly, like I made a video yesterday about whenever you're harming others or whenever you harm others, in reality you're just harming yourself because you're a reflection of
you're not being responsible about what you're doing.
No, but like what I'm saying is that like whenever you're harming yourself, being a drug addict, you're harming other people because they're a reflection of you. And they can sense and feel your like energy. And honestly, well I mean at least for me, like I feel a lot of energy from other people. Like I pick up on a lot of subtleties.
People that do that, Brennan, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I mean, it's honestly part of being autistic and neurodivergent. I mean, I don't know if I have autism, but
I think I have a little bit of autism. I'm sorry. I think that's probably why, you know, well, I know why Nikki does because she was in my room too long, but I feel like that, you know, by the actions that I took as a child with my behavior and stuff, you know, having those tantrums and throwing everything in the middle of the floor and then my mother going, okay, are you done? Clean it up.
Yeah.
You know, that's autism.
Yeah.
That's an autism spectrum of autism.
Yeah. That's an aspect of autism.
No, it's spectrum. It's a spectrum of autism. That's what they call it.
Heard.
Get it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I feel like that being autistic is a spectrum because there's so many diverse ways of personalities, people,
right, you
mindsets.
could have PTS, pervasive development disorder.
Oh.
That's a type of autism.
What's that?
That's what Nikki had.
Oh.
Pervasive. It means that their developmental skills did not progress like everybody else's. That's why she only has a mentality of like maybe a 5 or 6 year old. You know, she can grow.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder.
Harder for her to intake, you know, life learning skills.
Yeah, learning.
Get it?
Yeah, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to describe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's why reading books and educating yourself, because each time that you learn knowledge, you gain deeper ideas and a deeper understanding of other people. Because, like, honestly, people take a lot of time and energy into writing books.
Right.
So whenever you write a book, you're essentially putting a soul into a book.
Right.
And, like, that's why reading is such a valuable thing,
Right.
because it deepens the soul's perspective
Right.
on life.
Right.
And yeah,
But, and I've never really been tested for autism.
no, me either. But like
But you have tics.
I bite my hand.
You bite your hand. You shake your head sometimes when you're sleeping.
Yeah,
Nikki does that with the hand thing.
yeah.
I don't think Cody has any signs of it, but I know you.
It seems like he has a little bit difficulty communicating, but he is also just a
Yeah, and
14-year-old.
boy, he gets that from me.
Yeah,
He has some of my traits,
Well, I mean, and also,
and I don't want him to have that.
Well, I mean, you just have to learn to work.
The communication skill.
Well, I mean, and you have to learn to work with him so that he can develop
so he
out
gets
of that.
right. And I keep telling him, no, Cody, you can't think like that. No, Cody, you can't do that.
Yeah. And like honestly, it's that setting boundaries within oneself and others, and getting them to see, enlightening them,
Right.
how
Without,
to behave
pissing
correctly.
them off,
Well, I mean,
to where they understand.
Well, I mean, because if you're gonna come from a place where they have been, then in reality, that's where people gain understanding. Because if I've been through it, then I can teach someone else how to get past it.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely.
And like, honestly, Buddhism teaches me that everything passes.
Yeah. Yes. That's why in AA, Brendan, they always say, "This too shall pass."
Yeah.
Because it's gonna pass.
Yeah.
You might be going through a hard time right now, but it will pass.
Yeah.
Once you get over that horrid hump that you're on, it'll get better. That's Cody. Tell him to call your phone. Well, I know where I'm going.
Hello?
Is Mom there with you?
Yeah, she's driving for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I love you.
Love you too. Wait, is Dad there too?
No,
Dad's at dentist.
Let me
Oh,
speak.
okay.
Alright. You're home? You're home?
Yeah, I'm like walking down the street.
Okay, I love you.
Alright.
Love you too.
Bye.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I texted him and told him that got
downtown.
stabbed. Yeah, I know how to go.
Okay.
I'm just not sure what Cooper Street. Damn.
Well, you pay attention. If you would have looked in your mirror, you would have been trying to get over.
I was looking in the mirror. He sprung up beside me.
Yeah. Yeah, see, and honestly, like, that's the problem with being a know-it-all. You always try to tell
Yeah, see, and Daddy has that problem too, of being a know-it-all, and you get that from your dad.
people. Yeah.
You're so much like your dad. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But I
honestly,
mean, it's
'cause-
not bad quality.
No, because like
It's
honestly,
good
like
quality.
honestly, like he is a spiritual man.
Yes,
like-
he is.
like literally,
and I don't have anything bad to say about Daddy. I love Daddy.
He's a spiritual, virtuous man,
Yeah.
and he's self-aware.
Right.
And so that's why he always feels right, because if you are thinking about yourself, thinking about psychology, thinking about science, then you really do have a deeper understanding than what most
people
do.
do.
And
Right.
also thinking about human nature,
Right.
how we evolved from animals,
Mhm.
and like,
And I get that. Just I don't know. He just he gets so and it's calm down.
Well, I mean, and like
He doesn't need to do that.
Well, I mean, but like, see that's.
And I'm trying to redirect him and teach him that that's not really needed.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
When
honestly,
he's trying to express himself, he don't have to get so agitated and bite people's head off. You can get your point across without freaking biting their head off.
yeah.
You understand
Well,
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
okay, so like, but like, that's the thing, is that like, if you're gonna be impatient in conversations and you're not actually trying to listen,
Okay,
then-
that's not what I'm saying, Brendan.
but you're not listening to me.
Okay. Now I'm not listening to. Did you hear what I said? What did I say?
That he doesn't have to be so and bite people's heads off.
Right.
But what? But there is a look. There
Just
is-
about like
hold on,
okay.
hold
Now
on.
listen.
Okay.
Just about what he told me about the truck. He was biting my head off, and it's like, okay, I get that. You don't have to do that. I understand, and I love you, and I'm not mad.
You said that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
That was
yeah.
not needed.
Yeah.
You can just say what you got to say. Please don't leave my truck with empty in the driveway.
Yeah.
You don't have to go, no.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, okay, yeah. And that's what meditation has taught me, is that our agitations, really, a lot of times, we're not very aware of how our language, our tones, produce a sense of agitation in others.
Right. And that's what I keep trying to tell him.
Right, but that's what he tries to tell you, because you always...
Okay, and I get that. I know my tone's not the best either, and I'm trying to change that.
Right, well, I mean, and I wasn't attacking you, just...
Okay, honey, and I know that. I'm not worried about that. I love you, and I appreciate us talking, you know? And I'm not upset in any kind of way, shape, or form. You know, I love you, and, you know, I want us to get along and interact like this, and, and talk calmly to each other.
Right.
And not bite each other's head off because we love each other.
Right,
Brendan.
exactly. And like that's what honoring, that's what that book is teaching me, is that, like, honoring others and really respecting them and valuing their intrinsic worth in existence is what gets you to find the common ground of humanity and everyone's suffering.
Right. I
like
mean, kindness goes a long way.
And, like, I asked Lana, like, so what, like, I posted a video on YouTube, I'm like, so what do you think about being rude? And she's like, I think that it's bad because it can hurt other people's feelings.
It can.
And in reality, like, why be rude when you can be kind?
Right. Exactly. Kind words go a long way. You don't have to hurt other people's feelings. And if they're pissing you off, this is what I started doing with Lily. Me and her don't get along. I just try to kid with her, love on her, just to get through.
And honestly, and that's one thing that I was picking up today, is that, like, a lot of times I'm like, jokes aren't funny. Like, because a lot of times when people are joking, they're inadvertently being rude. Like, they don't realize it. But
yeah, but I don't say anything neutral. I'm just not neutral.
I'm talking about in general concepts of language and how people interact with each other. Because honestly, I'm taking a top-down perspective from most of my life, because God's always taught me, put my eyes and ears on the ceiling.
Right.
Watch and be aware of yourself outside of your body.
Right.
And
you gotta think outside of the box.
Yeah.
You know, don't always be in that box.
Yeah. And honestly, like, being an addict, it causes me to place myself in a box because of my guilt.
You're thinking about your own feelings.
Yeah, self-centeredness, my own guilt, my own, like, feelings of being bad.
Right. What's wrong with me? Why me? Why am I getting hard?
Right.
You know?
Like, that's what Lana was saying, is that, like, it's not, like, honestly, just doing drugs, it makes you more pessimistic. But the idea is to be optimistic. The glass is half empty, the glass is half full, it's not half empty.
Right.
And, like, it's always about the change of perspective, where we see greater truth to reality, and just being more grateful for reality.
Right. You know.
Even if people are rude, because in reality, like, you don't know what they experience.
Right, or what they're going through, or how their day is going, you know, so you can't blame them for being upset.
Right.
You know, you just gotta say, oh, it's gonna be okay, and love them anyway.
Right. And, like, that's why I've been asking people a lot, like, hey, how is your day going?
Yeah.
And, like, that's a friendly conversation that gets you in the mix of that this is a reciprocated.
It's like getting into them and going, hey, how's your day going? And, you know, what are you doing? And, you know, to help them open up and get their 13B. I know, what is this, Henderson?
Yeah, 13B.
So to get them to open up and, you know, let you know how their day's going.
Yeah.
So it's not all about you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I was saying, like, I've struggled with that a lot in my own, like, because honestly, I am kind of a narcissistic person. Like,
so is your dad, and he doesn't realize that.
Yeah.
Or if he does, he
ignores it.
ignores it.
Yeah. But
But I love him anyway.
right. And like honestly, you can't.
That's daddy,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like you can't be so full of yourself that you can't hear other people.
People, yes. And daddy has a tendency to talk over people and not let people talk.
Oh, yeah, and it's like.
And that's the most annoying thing ever.
Right, because like if this is going to be a conversation, then
It
we're
should
going
be two people interacting,
If this
not
is
just one.
If this is going to be a conversation, we are going to have a dialogue.
Right.
You speak,
I
wait.
speak.
No, you speak, I wait, I listen, I comprehend, I even repeat back what you said, and then you go on with your conversation. I listen, and then it like that's how you have a true conversation. Is through the reciprocation
Of what they're saying.
of another person's words.
Right.
And then you gain a deeper understanding because you're understanding how that person is coming across.
Right.
And if we're impatient and we don't want to hear it, then that's...
Then how are you going to know what they're feeling or what they're saying?
Well, I mean, that's why... I lost my train of thought. That's why, like, speaking with another person and being open and honest about your communications, your intents, and the way that you feel, it opens them up to be able to share their own experience with you.
All right. That's true.
Honestly, I really want to change the world with like my voice, and honestly, I know that like the voice is the most powerful thing in the universe.
Well, honey, you can, but you're gonna have to get like a podcast, baby. You're gonna have to facilitate yourself into, you know, I don't know, out back, dress it up.
Well, honestly, like me and Nash made a second channel on my YouTube that's back porch something like where we're supposed
Like
to
back porch talking.
like
Conversation.
yeah,
or whatever.
Like we had that idea one day to produce a YouTube where we have a podcast and we just sit there and talk and like have conversations with each other.
Right.
And if we're not intoxicated, then we're not talking over each other.
Right.
Like, because we can all get our point
Well,
across.
okay, so if you're having a podcast, you're on YouTube, why are y'all intoxicated?
Well, I mean...
I mean, you know, actually, you know, why?
Well, I mean, because there are people that do post them using drugs, and that's like their
Okay, so that means you have to be on drugs too?
No, you don't have to be on drugs too, but I'm just like, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Okay,
Is
maybe
that like,
I am.
I'm a multi-cultured, well, I'm honestly not very cultured, but I'm a multi-dimensional human being.
Okay,
I'm looking at life from a lot of different perspectives.
okay,
I'm understanding spirituality from a lot of different perspectives
okay,
because I don't believe in just one truth.
okay.
And if you only believe in just one truth, then you don't actually see the truth. And that's why Christian nationalism is a problem, because if you only think that Jesus saves everyone, which he can, but also Buddhism has got me to realize a lot of things that Christianity never has.
Oh,
And if you're all religion says devote yourself to one religion.
right.
But if you're going to be a theosophist,
You don't really have to do...
if you're going to be a theosophist, person that studies Sophia, wisdom, then you're going to broaden your horizons, broaden your perspective, and change what you think about a lot of things.
Alright.
And a lot of people don't like change because they believe that it's scary, because it's accepting new character traits.
Alright.
And whenever you change yourself, it can be uncomfortable at first, or it can be scary at first. But you have to change the scaredness into excitement, because in reality, those are the same feeling. Being scared and being excited. They just have different tints to their shadow.
Right.
And like that's the whole part about life, is that like understanding others is how you...
Make sure he's in. Okay, this is terrible.
It was back that way. You missed it, I think. It's like understanding others is how you... Here, pull over right here. Put the hazards on. Because like understanding others, or trying to gain an understanding of others, you understand yourself more deeply. And so the experience of talking to another person...
He's in the ER.
The experience of talking to another person gets you to understand that you're not alone in your own life. And so it's about seeking out good people, and I want to say righteous people, but spiritual people that
Right.
are trying to gain a deeper understanding of themselves.
Right.
Because if you're being righteous, then you always think that you know.
Right.
You believe that your book, your idea, the things that you do are the truth. But in reality, you don't know the truth. You get the truth whenever you die.
No, we didn't.
Because, like,
Right.
hold on. Yeah. Because, like, honestly, the truth is whenever you die, at least from what, like, the knowledge that I've gained, is that you die, you go to a kind of limbo state where you experience your life played on repeat.
Right.
You watch yourself from a four-dimensional perspective of how others see you, how you see yourself. You hear the way that they interact with you. You hear the way that you interact with them.
Right.
And that's how you actually truly understand the confines of our own psyche. You close yourself off from the external world by closing your eyes and focusing on your breath.
Right.
And then you align yourself with God's yoga, God's will, and you transform your spirit. All right.
Why is it showing me that?
Bye YouTube. Thank you for listening.